Hi, I'm Denise, and I'm excited to share a course I designed called Customer Conversations at Dyse Bank. I created this course because of a very real challenge happening on the front lines. Dyse Bank had recently launched a tiered relationship savings account. It was a competitive and well structured product, but there was a problem. Our bankers didn't feel confident explaining it. Conversations with customers were often filled with hesitation and confusion, and there were lots of missed opportunities. While I listened to call recordings and reviewed employee feedback, a theme became clear. It wasn't just about knowing the product, it was about communicating it with clarity, confidence, and empathy. That's where this course comes in. My goal was to design an experience that doesn't just teach the product, it helps bankers feel better prepared to have better conversations. I wanted to blend knowledge, skill building, and practice in a way that felt useful and grounded in the day to day reality of working at a bank. This presentation will walk you through my design approach and the tools I used, and how this course reflects my values as a learning designer. Starting with my design process, it was rooted in several frameworks. Addie guided the project from analysis to evaluation. I applied Knoll's adult learning theory, focusing on relevance and real world application. And I used Gagne's 9 events of instruction to sequence learning for attention, engagement, and transfer. I also intentionally incorporated UDL principles, ensuring content was approachable and accessible, but also offered multiple ways to engage and reflect and respond. Essentially, at the end of the course, it's not about memorizing the features, but employees mastering confident communication. One thing that makes this course unique is its tone and delivery. We introduce learners to Teller Swift, who is the stand in for a real live facilitator, or if this course is delivered fully online, Teller could be a cartoon style facilitator. But the ultimate goal is for the course to have a leader who leads with warmth, clarity, and energy. In this case, Teller is a Dyce Bank veteran with 16 years of experience, and bankers may recognize her from the Introduction to Dyce Bank Products course, keeping learning consistent. Teller's presence humanizes the content. She speaks directly to learners in a supportive and conversational way, whether it's breaking down tiered interest or coaching through a customer objection. Teller guides learners every step of the journey. Teller is also available for questions through Teams or email and typically responds within 24 hours, which helps learners feel seen and supported. My favorite components of this course is BankerBot, an AI powered chat tool that allows learners to ask questions and see examples of answers to customers in a risk free environment. BankerBot prompts users with common customer questions and objections. Learners can test out their responses, get feedback, and try again, all before going live with customers. Now, why does this matter? Because practice builds confidence. BankerBot supports transfer, encourages exploration, and reinforces key course messages. Plus, learners can access her at any time on demand at their own pace, bringing another aspect to their learning. The welcome module sets the tone with a clear value proposition. This course will help bankers have better conversations with customers. I designed the welcome video to feel supportive and energizing, not corporate or overly technical. It introduces the core learning outcomes and prepares bankers for what's ahead. This module also models the tone I want bankers to bring to their own conversations. I want those to be clear, confident, and customer centered. When designing this course, I was very intentional about the learning flow. Each module builds on the last, moving from foundational knowledge to applied communication. But more than that, I wanted learners to know exactly why each module matters and what they'll gain from it. So I included clear what to expect introductions to set the stage. For example, in Module 1, the focus is on clarity. Learners often struggle to explain why a customer's balance might earn more or less interest. So, this module breaks down Dice Bank's tiered interest structure and helps them understand how to explain it in simple and supportive terms. As you can see, it's really setting the banker up for what they're expected to learn when they're done with the module. In Module 1, learners engage in an interactive activity built around a real world scenario. Bankers meet Jack and walk through his conversation while applying the relationship savings account tier grid. They complete a Kahoot quiz to reinforce their understanding. Then they reflect on their performance, identifying their strengths and growth areas and how they explain the product. This isn't just about getting the right answer, but about communicating confidently and clearly. Bankers also participate in a discussion focused on customer confusion. They share a real life de escalation story, then apply that experience to a savings account scenario. Peer responses are required, building a layer of collaboration reflection. This works because it taps into their prior experience, models empathy, and uses storytelling to reinforce communication strategies, aligning with both adult learning principles and emotional intelligence. My thought behind this instructional design is to show how this assignment supports multiple outcomes: factual knowledge of tiered interest, procedural understanding of how to explain it, and metacognitive reflection. It also offers formative feedback that aligns with level 2 of Kirkpatrick's evaluation model, knowledge and confidence. In Module 2, learners complete a micro-learning activity using a mobile-friendly tool called 7 Taps. They explore helpful pickup phrases and strategies for reframing customer pushback. Then they submit a one-page summary outlining what they learned and how they'll apply it. This assignment is personalized and practical and aligns with bankers' real job challenges. It also supports Kirkpatrick Level 3 behavior change in the workplace. To deepen the learning in Module 2, I also included a discussion activity where the bankers, after completing the micro learning and reflection, they are paired with a teammate and asked to compare their takeaways, what they learned, how they plan to apply the strategies, and how their peers' perspective shifted their own thinking. This discussion activity encourages deeper reflection and helps bankers see that there's more than one way to confidently respond to objections. It reinforces peer learning and creates a low stakes environment for building trust through dialogue, just like we want them to do with customers, really expanding their perspective. Shifting to assessment strategies, one of the most important assessment moments in the course is Assignment 1.1 Climb the Tiers rubric. After completing a Kahoot story and quiz, learners submit a written reflection that's evaluated using a detailed rubric focusing on 3 key areas: reflection quality, communication techniques, and product understanding to ensure learners build both knowledge and customer friendly communication skills. Together, these criteria measure not just accuracy, but the ability to explain the product clearly, empathetically, and with confidence, which aligns with the learning outcomes for this course. As for the remainder of the course, the Module 2 reflection measures behavior change through personal application, and the discussion forums builds communication confidence through storytelling and peer interaction. And the course evaluation invites bankers to complete a short survey and give their feedback. The questions focus on how confident they now feel explaining the product, whether the course prepared them for real conversations, and how tools like BankerBot supported their experience. These feedback loops not only help me improve the course, but they reinforce my professional identity as a designer. I'm always learning, continuously improving, and putting the learner at the center. This course reflects who I am. I create learning experiences that are practical, supportive, and grounded in real job tasks. I prioritize learner confidence and communication,
especially in complex regulated industries like banking. I use tools like animated facilitators and AI simulations to make training both engaging and accessible. Teller Swift and BankerBot aren't just fun touches. They're thoughtfully crafted to support learning, reduce anxiety, and help learners succeed. To wrap up, this course was designed to empower bankers with the skills to build trust, even during tricky conversations. The course blends real world scenarios, reflection, and guided practice to support applied, meaningful learning. And the design choices from UDL to AI tools reflect my commitment to learning that is relevant, inclusive, and transformative. Thank you so much for taking the time to explore this course and my process in designing it with me. I look forward to your questions and feedback.